connection. So thank you for joining. It's getting better. I'm on antibiotics. I hope everyone is well. It's Thursday, and we're here for another live. We're here for a quiz to boost your English vocabulary. My name is Jer. This is Learning English Pro. Make sure to subscribe. I'm going to jump in with my first quiz question just to have it up on the screen. So if you're joining, this is your first time, make sure to jump on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. And today we're doing requested topic on beach and vacation. So I'm going to pick a suitable one to start with. A suitable word. Yeah. So I want to know what this is. If you're joining me now, just let me know what you think the answer to the question is. We're doing vocabulary today, as usual. What is the name of this structure in English? Let me know in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from if this is your first time watching. And let me just make sure I'm all set up here. All is well. Oh, I have a good few chats already. Hello, Durgesh. Hello, thanks for joining. Rianne Van Vick is here. Hello, hello, hello. Alramya says hi. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you all for joining. And jump in with your answers. We have our first quiz question up. What is the English for this structure? A very ancient structure going back to the lighthouse of Alexandria, would I be right? Very ancient structure used for navigation along the coast in the sea with a big light. That's a clue. What is the name of this structure? And we have Ebru is hello, Ebru, hello. Darwin, hello from Colombia. Hello to you. Very welcome here. EMETI2GF, it is a lighthouse. Well, let's just see what everyone else is saying. We have a couple of people guessing lighthouse. Now, is this two words or one word? A lot of one words in the chat. So let me know what you think. Have a look what other people are saying and jump in. So we have Colombian people here. We have Indian people here from all over the world. Isn't that amazing? If this is your first time watching, my name is Jer. That's my name there. And I'm in Ireland, in Dublin. I'm teaching English live. I'm having a cup of tea. And Durgesh is in with Lighthouse. So we have Ebru. Hi, Ebru. Durgesh. Rian is in with Lighthouse as well. And this is all one word. We don't break it up into two words. We had some tricky words yesterday on the quiz. This is all one word. Let me just brighten myself up a little bit. I don't know if I like that brightness. I'm not sure. One word, I'm guessing, not sure. Yeah, it's one word. This is one word. Very old structure. So yeah, it deserves to have its own one word together. So I think I hate this light. I think that's better. Let me know what you think. Okay, so well done, everybody. Vacation and beach terms today in our quiz. If this is your first time, jump into the chat and let me know where you're watching from. I will say hi. I always say hi, unless you're bold and then you get kicked out. What are these women doing? What is the activity that they're doing? I don't do this because I burn. What are these women doing? Jar is sparkling more than the lighthouse. Yeah, I know. It with the I have an option to add on. It's a bit too bright, and you can see my bad eye at the moment. So, again, is this one word or two words? It's an activity, something I don't do myself because I burn. I would turn red, redder than as red as this. And probably more close to this red. I would turn like a big lobster. So is this one word or two words? Let's have a look. Durgesh is in with sunbathing. Sunning themselves or tanning. Yes, this is another way we can say this. You're sunning yourself. You're tanning. Getting some colour. That's what we might say. Ebru is in with sunbathing. Durgesh is in with sunbathing as well. Sun tanning from Emmy. Yes, sun tanning would be acceptable. Sunbathing. Yeah, so sunbathing is all one word. We don't break this up into sun, bathing. It's all one word. I'm sunbathing and I never sunbathe. If that was me, I would be under an umbrella, factor SPF 50 or 100 and fully clothed. I cannot sit in the sun. My pale, white Irish skin, it ain't good. It just ain't good. So, do you like sunbathing? Make sure and wear your factor for your health. Okay, let's go on. And I want to see what words you guys come up with for this, okay? Because there's a couple of different terms that we have in English for this specific thing. Jump into the chat. I think there's maybe 4 or 5 words which I'll accept for this. So have a go, have a look. If you're not sure, have a look at the chat and see what other people are guessing and see what you would say. So yeah, everyone's saying the same thing so far. But there's a couple of more words we can use. Maybe a word beginning with B, a word beginning with L. Have a jump in. Oh, Durgesh is giving loads of answers. How do you pronounce Worcester? Worcester. It looks like it's Worcestershire, but it's Worcester. Worcester. Worcester sauce. So let's have a look. So Rianne, Ebru, Emmy is in with suitcase. Durgesh is also, and Rianne is also saying luggage. Yes, luggage can be another general term for any kind of bags that you bring when you're traveling. We also have baggage. Baggage could be another one. This is my baggage. A trolley bag. Yeah, this is kind of like a suitcase on wheels. A roll on, maybe I would call this. Maybe a small suitcase roll on. Carry on could be another word. Worcester sauce. Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Worcester. That's one of the most difficult words in English. So well done if you can get that. So yeah, we have luggage, we have baggage, we have suitcase, we have carry on, we have trolley bag. Yeah, lots of interesting words that we can use here. So don't really worry if you can't think of suitcase. There's also other words that you can also use which are always applicable. Where's my suitcase? Where's my baggage? Where's my luggage? Where's my carry on? Hello, Aurora is joining us. Hello, hello, hello. Always lots of emojis from Aurora. Hello to you, Aurora. We're doing vacation English today. We're doing beach English today. So, and at the end, I'm going to show you some Irish stuff. We had some technical faults yesterday. I was trying to show some sports and things like that, but we're gonna see those later. So let's keep going. And what is this location? Okay. Later on in the quiz, I will ask you what this is. But what is this general location? We have a few different types of accommodation here. What is this type? What is this location called? I'm going to this place. What is this place called? So yes, Aurora, this is a tent, but we also have a little caravan here, maybe something else over here. What is this general area called? Okay, so we have a couple of different answers. There's one particular word that I'm looking for, and it begins with an S. So some of you, oh, Ebru is in there with what I would say. Okay, so yes, Aurora's in. This is as identified as a tent. I think we have a small caravan here with a little roof and a few more tents and something else over here. So these are all tents and parts of the accommodation. But the area that this is in, the word I'm looking for is a camping site. And Ebru was in with that. Now we also have camping area, caravan park, which is, if we had lots of these, it would be a caravan park. A camping area, yeah, from Aurora, yeah, very good. Rianne was in a caravan park. Durgesh was in a camping area. Ebru, Emmy is in camping area. Ebru was the one who said camping site, so well done, Ebru. That's really what I would call it in my everyday English. A camping area from Amindala Kade 6759. Hello to you. So yeah, well done, everybody. The general term is this is an area for camping. We call it a camping site. SITE. A camp, not so much an area, although it is an area. A camping site. Okay, so this you would find in a hotel. What is this area called? This is the part where we enter the hotel. Sometimes there's a piano playing, sometimes there's the reception. Well, usually there's a reception here. What is this area in the hotel called? And I see lots and lots. Rupal Mishra, thank you for the tent emoji. Very good. Hello to you. Aurora's in. Rihanna was in. Paul. Hi, Paul. Nice to see you again. Ebru. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I see. I see a couple of. A foyer. Yeah. Okay. So the term I was looking here was lobby. Okay, this is what I would call their lobby. But I would accept Ebru is in, Rian and Aurora were in with lobby. Ebru has said hotel lounge, and so has Durgesh. So yeah, this could be a area within the lobby, which is the lounge maybe. A lobby, a reception hall from Aurora, yes. A foyer. A foyer is kind of like the entrance area to any building. So, like an office building might have a foyer. This could be called a foyer as well. Amin Dalla is in with lobby, and Emi is in with lobby. Lounge includes a swimming pool. No, no. No, the swimming pool would be outside in the outside area. I didn't see the reception desk, so I thought it could be a lounge. Yeah, well, this area is definitely for lounging and relaxing. So I think the lounge area would be within the lobby, wouldn't it? Yeah? Okay, great. Okay, let's move on to our next one. We are flying through these. So I'm going to give you an easy one, something from the beach. What is this? And, don't be, try and be humble. Make sure your spelling is correct. I know it's easy, but, it's a beach thing. Okay, lots of correct spellings, of course. Anyone else going to jump in with this very easy one? This is a good time to chime in if you haven't got any right so far. So, coconut, healthy food. Yeah, I love. Does anyone here do oil pulling? I do oil pulling with my teeth. So I take a big chunk of coconut. This is coconut, of course, and well done to Aurora, Durgesh, Ebru, Rianne. Aurora's in with our emoji, Emmy, and Aurora's saying coconut is a seed. I take coconut fat into my mouth and I swirl it around for about 10 minutes and then I spit it out. It's supposed to help take the stains off your teeth and everything. So, and I love the taste of it. Manoj PM is in. Hello, Manoj. Hello to you. Gavin Pritzing. Lots of my regulars joining today. I'm so happy to see you all. Oil pulling is so good for health. Yeah, I really love it and I really enjoy it. I do need to go to the dentist because my teeth are appalling. So I have, Paul is asking about my eye. I will show you. I have a really bad eye. Look at my normal eye, and then that's my infected eye. So I have, it's called a stye, Stye, and it's basically like a blocked gland in my eye. And this is the second time I've had it now in like 2 months. I am on antibiotics and I'm doing compresses. Someone recommended compresses yesterday. So I'm holding, and I tried to tea bag earlier as well, like a lukewarm tea bag. So it's just a little eye infection. It's not great for being a social media person. And I'm supposed to do filming for work. So it looks dreadful. So thank you for asking. Okay, I have to put my glasses back on. Only fruit which you can eat, drink, and burn to stay alive is packed lifesaver. There, yeah, exactly. Coconut's fantastic. What subject are we doing? We're doing beach words. We're doing vacation words. Stabworthy did ask, but he's not here today. Where is Stabworthy? So yeah, my eye, it's very red. Yes, thank you. A nice eyeshadow. Yes, Amy. I just need to get the other one to match. Does it hurt? Tomorrow is Halloween. It does not hurt. It's a little bit dry. My eye is a little bit dry. And tomorrow is Halloween. Yes, I kind of forgot about it in terms of the channel, so maybe I will do some monsters tomorrow. Is it due to health inbuilt in your body? I don't know. I don't know. I keep getting it. A lot of people I know are getting them as well. I don't know if it's like an infection that's going around, but I don't know. I had two at the same time once. People thought I got beat up. Rhiann, that's very unfortunate. Are you suffering from conjunctivitis? No, it's not conjunctivitis. It is called a stye. It's just basically like a pimple on my eye. It's a little kind of infected pimple. Stye, a stye. So yeah, that's what we call it, a stye. It's like a pimple, but not a very nice one. And my whole eye is swollen from it. So yeah, thank you all for asking. Are you comfortable doing live? Sir, take care. It might be infectious. It's not infectious. I have been in touch with the doctor, and it's just an eye infection. So I have drops. I have to put them in 4 times a day, antibiotics, and I'm doing hot compresses as well. So it's like it's all blocked and it needs to melt. Basically, it's kind of icky and gooey. So thank you. Yeah, that's part of part of the quiz today. Talk about my eye. Okay, so we have coconut, easy. Now, this is not an umbrella, but what is it? When you have a big one at the beach, we don't call it an umbrella. We don't, we could, might, maybe some people might call it a sun umbrella, but we have a particular word for this type of umbrella. Do you know what the name is? Oh, drops might help avoiding. Yeah, they definitely do. Rishu, hello Rishu, welcome back. A beach umbrella. Yeah, but we have a word. You know, if someone said to me, "Pass me the beach umbrella," I would know what they mean, or the sun umbrella. But who can tell me what the word is? We have a specific word. It begins with a P, and it has a Latin part, a sol in the end of it. I don't know. Stumped. Okay. Oh, Ritu is in with the correct answer. Yes, well done. Parasol. This is a parasol. So I'm sure that comes from Latin or French or something. Hebrew is in with parasol. Rishu is in with parasol. Perfect. Parasol. Parasol. Very different from umbrella, but yes, a parasol. That's what we use on the beach. Yeah, there we go. We're here to learn. What a cool word. I know it is a very cool word. Parasol. Okay, so we had coconut a while ago, but these are a different, what would I call these trees? I think they might have some coconuts on them, so they might be coconut trees. But what's another term we have for these? So this could be a coconut tree, but a coconut tree is a type of tree, and I want to know the type of tree. So Aurora, Ebru, Ariane, Ritu, Gavin, Aurora's in with a lovely emoji as always. Durgesh is saying coconut trees. Yes, these are coconut trees, but a coconut tree is a type of tree that has these big, big leaves, these big, big, huge, big, large, big trees. So, yes, these are called palm trees. A coconut tree is a type of palm tree. Okay? So, palm trees on the beach, desert island. By the way, I've heard canopy rather more than parasol. Okay, yeah, canopy. It is a type of canopy, isn't it? Tropical trees. Yeah, these would grow in tropical, warmer climates as well. So we have palm trees, coconut trees, and yeah, they're a type of tropical tree, aren't they? Another way to describe them. Coconut comes in category of palm. There we go. Thank you, Aurora. So, you're in the hotel and you want to meet this person. It's not a date. This person is doing a job. What is this person? What do we call the person that gives you a nice massage? What do we call? We have a few words in English. One of them sounds a little bit French. Rian is in with the one I'm looking for. There is another one. We have a few maybe different terms we could use. So this is a body massage. Aurora and Gavin Prit. Yeah, this is. But who is the person that gives you the body massage? What do we call them? Let's see what's coming up on the live. So Rian is in with masseuse, masseuse, a masseur. Yeah, Ebru is in with masseur or masseuse. Very nice name. We could also say something else. A massager. No, a massager is usually Aurora. It's usually like a piece of equipment that we have. Like you could get like a neck massager or a back massager. We wouldn't call a person a massager. They're usually a masseuse, a masseur, a masseur, yeah, from Rishu. We could also say massage therapist. But why is there a tell? Because there has to be. You don't want to be totally naked. I have something here. A massager. Yeah, so a massager is something electronic. Like you would get like that thing for your neck. That's a massager. Or you would have like a chair that has a massaging function. That's a back massager. Massage therapist from Hebrew. That's what I was looking for. Device is a massager. Yes, exactly, from Rianne. Why is there a tell? Because there has to be a tell. You have to keep your privates private. You don't want everyone knowing your secrets. Okay, so you're in the hotel or you're in your Airbnb and you have one of these. What do we call this section of your hotel room or your apartment or where you're staying. That big black chairs are massagers. Yes, so you can get chairs that have massaging functions in the back, and they would be a massager. So well done. So, what is this area in your hotel room? You stand here, you look out, hopefully, you have some nice sunshine. What is this area called? So, yeah, and we could call it a few different things. I would say, and Gavin and Rian is in with balcony. This is what I would call it, a balcony. And we also have Ebrew in with patio. Yeah, this area, the kind of flat area, would be the what we would call the patio. Any kind of outdoor area which is kind of partitioned would be a patio. A gallery, not so much a gallery. Gallery is more of where something is displayed, like in a museum or something. But you're definitely right with balcony. Another word I would accept would be veranda. Veranda would be maybe another much more older term. You could say veranda or balcony, patio at a stretch, especially if there was some seating here, it would definitely be a patio. Gavin Prit, at my school, when it's Halloween, we don't do work. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, I remember Halloween in school and we didn't do work. We all dressed up and didn't do anything. So, yeah, veranda from Aurora. Yeah, veranda. Nagun Tain Zuan says, hi, I'm sorry I'm butchering your name. Hello to you. I've heard veranda before from Rianne. Yeah, so veranda, my grandmother would say veranda. It's a little bit of an older word. Is my connection slow or is it me? I know it was slow. Yes, my connection was slow yesterday, I think. Let everyone give me a thumbs up if my connection is okay. I think we're doing okay. We had lots of lag yesterday, but give me a thumbs up, everybody, if the connection is okay. I'd be actually interested to know. Okay. Yes, correct my name. Oh, Ngung Kang Zhuang. Okay, thank you. It can be very difficult. I know my name can be difficult for some people. Connection is good. Thank you, Rian. Jer. So my name is Jer. It's a bit of a tricky one. The live was stuck just right now. Okay. I am spamming the like. Oh, thank you, Gavin Prit. I was wondering who's sending me all the hearts. Thank you so much. Nguyen is from Vietnam. We had some Vietnam people here yesterday as well, so you're very welcome. Make sure and subscribe and join me daily for a conversation quiz, bit of Q&A. I'm going to show you guys some Irish stuff later, so make sure and stay on for that. So yeah, we have balcony. Well done. So let's move on to our next one. So this is something you might bring to the beach, okay? And I have some beer bottles here. These go inside and they're kept chilled. So, what words would we use for this box that keeps things cold? What is the name of it? Rianne, you're very quick today. Rianne Van Vick is one of our regulars here and is always so good with your answers, as well as lots of my other regulars as well. Gavin Prit, I know it, but I don't know this name. It's okay. Well, have a look at what Rianne and Ebrew's in now. Aurora's in with a great answer as well. So yeah, anyone else? And I'll hold off a few seconds and see who else is going to come in. Anyone else? No. Okay, so yeah, this will be a cooler. Keeps your beer cold. A thermal box. Yeah, that would be a really kind of almost kind of very formal definition of it. We would just call it a cooler. Oh, here's Stabworthy. Hello, Stabworthy. We're doing your beach and vocation terms. Hello, hello, hello. Dagu Kani Yari Supyo. Hello to you. It contains ice packs. So yeah, a cooling box, a cooler, a thermal box if we wanted to be very formal. Keep your beer cold, yeah, or your soda pop, or your cans of Coke, your cans of orange, maybe your sandwiches if you want. Also used in labs, yes. So famously, you would see, organs, hearts being transported from hospital to hospital in this. And Stabworthy, this is the famous chair. I don't know if I'm famous yet, but I'm going to keep trying. And with your help, I hopefully can. I hope Beefy Dog is doing well. Stabworthy is here, yes, everybody. Semi-fluid ice packs. Yeah, you can get kind of different things to put inside. My parents have these kind of blue blocks that get frozen in the freezer really fast. So yeah, ice, all that kind of stuff. Organs, chemicals, injections. I'm late but not sleety. Udar, hello to you, Udar. Yeah, so we keep everything in here gets kept cold. A cooler. Okay, what is the name for this person in a hotel? They come in, they do your laundry, they clean the hotel. What would we call this person? There's a few different names. Maybe some names are a little bit old fashioned. Maybe some of them might be a little bit insulting. Have a, have a go. Let me know what you think, and we will see what comes up. Hello, hello, Cornell. Hello, welcome back. Glad to have you here. Okay. Gavin Pritt, you are so cold. Yeah, I'm really cold. I have a really thick jumper on today. Okay, so we have, for this one, we have a cleaner from Rianne. Cornell saying housekeeping. Cleaning staff from Stabworthy. Gavin Pritt is saying a maid. Ebru is saying a maid. A hotel maid from Stabworthy. Rishu, housekeeping. And Cornell is letting us know that this is a Hoover, which is a brand name. That's what we call it in Ireland and the UK. We say, I'm hoovering. But this would generally be called a vacuum cleaner. So, yeah, I would say a cleaner, really. That's really what they are. A more older type of word we would say is a maid. I don't know if this is a really nice word anymore to say, a maid. It kind of imparts servitude. So, housekeeping, yes. A cleaning staff, yes. A cleaner, yes. I don't know if I would go with maid. Maid is a little bit old, an older term. So I know there's Maid in Manhattan. There's a Jennifer Lopez movie, which I've never seen, called Maid in Manhattan. But I think cleaner or housekeeping is better or respectful. Yes, Rihanna, I agree there. Lippy is here. Hi, Lippy. Thanks so much for joining again. A cleaning person, a cleaner, yeah, a room cleaner from Cornell and Ebru, yeah. I would avoid the term maid. It's a little bit old fashioned and a little bit not so nice. So we're at the beach. What's this called? Very easy. Four-letter word. You know it. Jump into the chat and let me know. Yeah, Cornell's in very fast. Lightning fast, Cornell. Well done. And yeah, this is an easy one. They're not all going to be so easy. Stabworthy is giving us a more general word, the ocean. But yes, I like it. Cornell is in, Ebru is in. Stabworthy is giving us some emojis. Gavin Pritt is being a little bit pessimistic and saying it's a tsunami. It could very well be a tsunami. The word I was looking for was a wave. And oh, we have Rishu in with tide. And yes, we could call this the tide as well. Water curls. Very nice. I wish I had some curls. Okay, so yes, this is a wave. Generally, it's the ocean or the sea. It could be a tsunami. Hopefully, it's not a tsunami. It's a wave, but a tube wave from Rihanna. Is this a technical term? I know we see lots of cool surfer people surfing in this kind of wave, isn't it? The surf, yeah. A wall of water. It's very poetic. I like it. Okay, let's keep going. Who's this guy or girl? Who is this person? What is this person's job? Might have one or two different names. I am so scared of the sea creatures, except the fish. I am not scared of fish. I don't really like to eat fish, though. I'm scared of the bones when I'm eating fish. I like shellfish. Bright breeze. Oh, I like that. Your name as well. A lifeguard from Cornell. No, it's surfer friends say it. Wait, oh, I see. Okay, so your surfer friends say it. Okay, I got the tube wave. A lifeguard from Gavin. Ebru is saying lifeguard. Rishu, lifeguard. Cornell is saying Pamela Anderson. Baywatch, the great Pamela Anderson. If you have not seen Pamela Anderson lately, she looks amazing and she's really had like a turnaround in her career. Go Pamela Anderson. Lifeguard from Aurora. Not for eating from them in the sea. Oh yeah, no, I get what you mean, but I don't like to eat fish. But I get what you mean about there's things in the sea. It seems a little bit creepy, doesn't it? So yeah, this is a lifeguard. Some people might say a lifesaver, maybe, but a lifeguard is the most appropriate term. So yeah, no, I'm not afraid of the sea. I wouldn't like to come up to a shark. A shark would be a little bit like ah. But no, I don't like to eat fish with bones. I'm kind of terrified. That's not Pamela Anderson. That's David Hasselhoff. David Hasselhoff would be lucky if that was his body. Um, don't hassle the Hoff, huh? So, what is this vessel called? I'm sure there's plenty of millionaires who have one, or billionaires. Ridiculous things, really. But what are they called? Check the spelling and see if you can get it right. A cruise ship. It's a bit smaller than a cruise ship. Yes, I see ship, but there is a definite word we would call this. Stabworthy is in, Ebru is in, Rian van Vick, Gavin Pritt, Stabworthy, a boat. Yeah. I think the difference between a boat and a ship is a boat can be put on a ship, but a ship can't be put on a boat. Okay, so yacht. This is the word I was looking for. And who was in first? Ebru was in first. Yacht. Bit of a funny one to spell. Yacht. 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 Starboard in with yacht. Rian van Vick. Gavin Pritt, a private yacht. Generally, yeah, they're quite private, aren't they? Crunel, a yacht. Aurora, a yacht. Yeah, just check your spelling there. It's a bit of a funny one. A private yacht from Crunel. A cruiser. This could possibly be a cruiser. I think a cruiser is a smaller big ship, if you know what I mean. So it could be a type of cruiser yacht. I don't know the particular terms and definitions. But cruiser is actually in my new video. It's part of, I'm doing, this is a good time to talk about it actually. My new video, which will be out tomorrow, is all about maritime English, boating, shipping, and the guide has Navy English, fishing English. So we're doing maritime English in the next day or two on the channel. All words related to ships, boats, sea, everything. Very interesting English. Boats can fit in there. Yacht. Yeah, I suppose you could fit a small little lifeboat on here probably, but that's the rule. What's the difference between a boat and a ship? Okay? On a ship you can have lifeboats. Okay? So a boat can go onto a ship, but a ship cannot go onto a boat. Got it? Both can fit. Wait. Wait for what? Yacht. Okay. Did you say yacht? Yes, yacht. Yacht. Yes, yacht. Dive into the Jares videos. Exactly. Dive into them all. Boat is small. Yeah, generally a ship is big, a boat is small. Ships displace a lot of water. Yes. Displacement. Yes. Yes, I was talking about lifeboats. Perfect, Aurora. Yes. A lifeboat goes onto the ship. Remember Titanic? They had loads. Well, they didn't have enough lifeboats. The boats can go on a ship. A ship cannot go onto a boat. That is the general, the general gist. Okay, so we had campsite earlier, and someone said this. What's this? It's a four-letter word. This is easy. Ladies first on the lifeboat. Yeah. Every man for themselves. Women and children. Okay, so yeah, this is really easy. I know a lot of you are going to get it right, but just check your spelling. It's no harm to jump in and just type it in. Dive into the bloop's mouth. Oh, okay, whatever the bloop is. Pitched a tent. Yeah, pitched a tent. Tent, yeah. So we pitch a tent when we put it up, don't we? And this is a tent, Tent. Cara Batlin, hello to you, welcome back. So yeah, Gavin, Aurora, Ebru, Stabworthy, Rian van Vick, Carat, Batlin, and Cornell. People hate campers. Yeah, why do people hate campers? Ritu, a forest, yeah, and it's a tent. Women and children first on the boat. I heard this in Titanic. Yes, exactly, Aurora. That was kind of the old way, but I don't know. I don't think that's. I think if you get to the boat, get on the boat. So yes, this is a tent, and this can be found. We had earlier a campsite, so this is what you can find. A tent for camping. Yeah, pitching a tent. So another thing really associated with your vacation or your holidays at the beach. What do you call these? What do you call these? Does anyone know the Australian for them? The Australians have a different term for them as well. Gavin Pritt, you're saying slippers. They're not. Maybe to other people they're slippers, but they're not slippers to me. Um, do I have my slippers? No, I don't have my slippers. Oh, Rianne Van Vick, you are in with tongues in Australia. Yes, very good. They're called tongues in Australia. So the word I'm looking for is flip flop. Flip flops. Flip flops. Flip flops. Yes, flip flops. So Cornell, Rishu, Rianne Van Vick, Ebrew, Stabworthy, Karat, and Emi. Flip flops. We also have you can flip flop. We say this about politicians all the time. So to flip flop is to kind of flip over. That's the verb. That's what the verb means. So the noun is these. These are flip flops. But we also have the verb to flip flop. So that's if you go back and forth. You might, if a fish can flip flop, when they jump, when they come out and they're on the ground, they flip flop in panic. But we can say a politician can flip flop. So just say a politician says, yes, I like the new plans for the motorway. And then next week they say, no, I don't like the plans for the motorway. And then the following week they go, yeah, I do like the plans. This is them. They are flip flopping. So there we go. Flip flopping. Flip flopping. People hate campers because they always keep secrets of forest to themselves. That sounds very. People don't like campers because they don't pick up after themselves. They leave their rubbish everywhere. So if you are a camper and you pick up your rubbish and are clean and tidy, you're a good camper. Floaters. I would call something else a floater, but we won't get into that. Flip flops are different, sir. Well, tell me, Aurora. These are slippers. Now, I have these, which now these are very cheap. I have these. I would call these sliders. These are flip flops. Maybe in some cultures they might be called slippers, but generally in Bogan is a surfer guy in Australia. They say tongs. Yes, very good, Rianne. These in my culture, and Stabworthy has also said as well in American culture, these are flip flops. So they might be called slippers elsewhere, but to me, in my English, these are flip flops. Do I know about Roblox? Yes, I do. White Castle sliders, exactly, sliders. Yes, sir, you have flip flops. Yes. Flip flop covers the toe fingers. That would be like a sandal, then no, or a slip-on shoe. I think we have different judgments about flip flops. Can you just say flops? Yeah, if something flops, so just say you had a flower and it went, it flops over, flops, or something can be floppy. But let's move on. Let's move on. These words are a little bit dangerous. Okay, earlier we had the wave. What is this? Is it one word or is it two words? Is it one word or is it two words? Check, have a think, see what other people are saying, jump into the chat and let me know. A canoe. It does look like the back of a canoe, so I will allow it, but it's quite skinny. It's like that thick. This is confusing. I'm sorry about the confusion about the flip flops, but that's what we call them in English, flip flops. Canoe. In my family, we call them flippy floppies. That's lovely. Okay, so Aurora's in with surfboard. Yes. Kunal's in with surfboard. Zaza Mio Hute C50 says hi, hello to you. Thanks for joining. Surfboard, think, not sure if two. Look at the fins at the bottom. It's a surfboard. Yes, it's definitely a surfboard. And yes, you've all got it correct. It is just one word. Surfboard, all one word. Okay, well done. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now remember, I am showing you some Irish stuff later, so make sure and stay tuned. OQNS3692 says hi, hello to you, welcome to the channel. We're doing quiz today, English quiz. So jump on and have an answer. The next one, what is this? Is it one word or is it two words? What is the answer? What's it made of? What is it? And is it one word or two words? Have a look, see what other people are saying. Ooh, let's have a look and see. What are people saying? Is it one word or two words? It's my home, Aurora. I hope you don't live here. It might be quite wet or quite dry. Okay, so I'm seeing lots of people. Kunal, Ritu. Um, oh, Sandra Khan from California. Well, I hope you've made plenty of these in California if you're near the beach, Sandra. Sand Palace, very elegant. Sand Castle from Rian. Ebru Sand Castle. OQNS Sand Castle. Majid Panaha Sand Castle. There's no door to your home. Yeah, Aurora, how do you get in? Do you have to dig your way in? Okay, so I'm afraid you are all wrong. Every single one of you did not, none of you got it right. It is all one word, sandcastle. It's not two words, it's one word, sandcastle. Yeah, I even double checked it while you were all writing, just to make sure, just to make absolute sure. Sandcastle. I'm going to double check or sandcastle. Okay. So sandcastle is the most commonly used. You can see sandcastle as a separate word sometimes, but sandcastle is a word. It is all one word. Yeah, but we all learn together. I struggle with one or two words the most. Yeah, I know, Rian. Me too. Me too. And I'm a mother tongue. So I definitely get it. A dirt castle. That's very dark. A dirt castle. That could be a thing, actually, couldn't it? Instead of like making it from sand, we could make it from mud and dirt, and it might stay together longer. Okay, let's move on. We're going to hit up another beach one, a four-letter one. Very easy. I think we had it the other day. Four letters. What is it? A silica castle. Cornell, you're always there with the engineering, scientific stuff. Well done. And Cornell is straight in with another answer. Aurora, prince ants live in there. That's a nice little fantasy. Quinel is in with the answer. Rishu is in with the answer. Ebru, OQNS is in with the answer. Quinel's giving him a title, Mr. Rian von Vick and Aurora. And yes, of course, this is a crab. We have a Mr. Crab, and we also have his first name from Starworthy, Sebastian. Is this SpongeBob? Is this SpongeBob? They taste so good. They really do. As I said earlier, I love shellfish, and crab would be one of my favorites. A Krabby Patty. I love that. Dinner, yes, delicious. Yeah, really. Sorry, Mr. Crab. Sorry, Sebastian, but I would eat you very, very quickly. But I can't really get it. We used to get it in a tin, a John West tin, and it's very hard to get now. I saw a video crab eating Lays. Really? Okay. He likes chips. Okay. Sebastian the crab from Little Mermaid. Oh yes, yes. I think he was He had a Jamaican accent in the under the sea. Yeah. Okay. So let's keep going. We're flying through these. I want to try Alaskan king crab once. Oh, oh, that sounds good. Yeah, I would be into trying anything really. Okay, what is this called? Common. You'll often see Americans going to these in Europe. They're very common around Europe. There's a famous one in Ireland, in Cork. What is the name of this? What am I looking for? Oh, and someone has come in with I'm looking for two words, and I have both already. So, Crenal is in with the two words. Brightberry's king crab is a living fossil. There we go. Yeah. Everyone's saying everything lovely. So yeah, we have market. Crunel was in with market. Crunel was also in with a bazaar, which is another word we can use for this, especially one that's very big and very kind of overwhelming. A bazaar is another word for a market. J Rariu is in with market as well. Welcome to the channel, J Rariu. Hope I'm saying your name right. Street markets. Yeah, we could say this is a street market. Ritu's in with street market as well. Aurora market. A flow market. I'm not sure what a flow market is. Sugata. Hello, Sugata. Long time no see. Market. So Rihanna's giving in with fresh food market. I think if you look closer, it's all food. So yes, this would be a fresh food market. A fish market from Emmy. So if there's some fish in there, yeah, definitely. Hi, Sugata. Glad you're here. OQNS is saying bizarre as well. Well done. That's a beautiful word. Well done. A farmer's market. Yeah, this could be called a farmer's market. If it's basically all the farmers are bringing all their produce, this is definitely a farmer's market. Looks like a swap meet to me or a flea market. Yeah, could be, could be. A market from Karapa Batlet. Manage Panahi. I'm from Iran. There are many of these markets here. That's great. Yeah. In Ireland, we don't really have that many. They're trying to kind of bring them back. Like in the city centre, there was a flower market and a vegetable market that are kind of being transformed into like modern spaces. So I think we're definitely getting our markets back. But there would be some markets locally, like a farmer's market or two. Flow market is a flea market in German, but they only sell art and old stuff. Okay, so a flea market, yeah, kind of vintage, second-hand things. Farmer's market contains organic veggies and fruits, I guess. Exactly, or not necessarily organic, but definitely from a market. I am from India, so here we say bazaar. Oh, OQNS, there we go, yeah. So bazaar is a little bit more of a Middle Eastern, Asian term, but it's one that we have in English as well. You can say bazaar or a market. A bazaar informs us that it could be located in the Middle East or South Asia or in Asia. Bazaar, yeah. A souk. What's a souk? Souk really rings. I probably should know what a souk is. A souk is an Arab market or marketplace, a bazaar. So there we go. We have three words: a market. If it's in an Arab location, it could be called a souk. And to me, also in an Arab location or maybe an Asian location, could be a bazaar as well. So yeah, really great English there. Can we do art words someday? Yeah, sure, no problem. I do have, let me just see, I have a art phrases and words. So that is on the schedule, Rianne, for you. We'll do that next week. Tomorrow we're doing animal names and animal groups. I think that was one of your suggestions as well. So Indian spices, yummy, yummy, yummy. I love Indian spices, but Indian spices do not love me. I suffer after Indian spices. Ranij Verdi 3400. Hello, hello to you. Thank you so much for joining. Great to have you here. Make sure and subscribe. And we're doing a quiz today, so make sure and jump into the chat. Chicken tikka masala. Yeah, I love chicken tikka masala. Bright Breeze, sir. Yes, sir. I was mine. Thank you. Good to hear. Jay Rariu, you're saying I can't read your script, I'm afraid. Rianne Van Vick, yes, animal groups are difficult for me. Yeah, they're difficult, but they're really, really interesting. Ivona Bosnick, hello to you. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. You're very welcome to the channel. Make sure and join into the quiz. And we're doing quiz words today, English vocabulary on vacations and sea and beach. This was a request from Stabworthy, who's here at the moment. Hello, Stabworthy. Stabworthy and Beefy Dog. So what would we call this? Yes, I know it's a hat. What type of hat is this? I see my mother. She wears this when she works in the garden. What would we call it? Very, very easy. It's a hat. What type of hat? What's it protecting you from? This is a really easy one. Aurora, it's a hat. Yeah, a strap hat. So a strap is the kind of the chin strap. I don't see a strap on this. You're very welcome, Ranjverd 3400. You're very welcome. So Rianne Van Vick is in with sun hat. Aurora saying summer hat. Stabword is saying hat, a beach hat. I would go sun hat. This is what I would call this. Really a goofy hat. Yeah, a bit of a goofy hat. Kind of associated with older ladies maybe. Majid Panini is saying a brim hat. So this part of the hat is the brim, well pointed out. And it's quite a large brim, isn't it? It gives you good coverage around your head. So it's kind of protection, isn't it, from the sun? So that's why we would call it a sun hat. Sun hat. Aurora's asking me for the answer. A sun hat is what I would call it in English. Like, my mother, put on your sun hat. The sun is too bad. Okay, let's move on. So we have the sun and it's going down. It's going down. What is this called when the sun goes down? An Elizabeth hat. Yeah, it definitely. I think she might have worn a few of these. A straw sun hay hat. Yeah, another way. So the sun is going down. What are we calling this at the moment? Dusk. Yeah, that's another lovely word, Rianne. Rianne is always in with alternative words. I love it. Ranij Verdi is also saying dusk. Stabword is saying dusk. I would just call it sunset. Crunel and Aurora is in with sunsetting. Ibra is saying sunsetting, yes. Titanic cat, yes, it does look like a Titanic cat. It's setting, it's a sunset, yes. So we have dusk. The dusk is kind of the time ish. Then we have the sun is setting, or it's sunset. Very good. Irishu and Karat are also in with sunset. So yeah, well done. Let's keep going. Sun sets in the west. It does. It rises in the east and sets in the west. What does that place called where the arrow is pointing? Well, that's that's just for the sun. The sun is going down, but this would be like the coast, or it's like a hill or something. I don't know. I didn't really look that close. It's a cliff. Yeah, probably could be a cliff. I'm not sure. Okay, let's keep going. So this is a hotel area. You can do everything in this area. You go to this and you can spend your whole holiday in this location. The word begins with an or. What is the word I'm looking for? It's a hotel. It has lots of amenities. It has bars. It has restaurants. What is the word I'm looking for? Okay. It's a hotel, swimming pool, bars, playground for the kids, couple of restaurants. What is the word? Begins with an or. A bluff. I don't know if it's called a bluff. Okay, Cornell is in with resort. Aurora is in with resort, and so is Rian. Yes, that's exactly the word I was looking for. So when you have a hotel, and it's really, you don't really leave the hotel, you stay in one place. This is more common probably in American resorts, maybe, or Caribbean resorts. So you go, you don't really leave the resort. Everything is contained within the resort. All the restaurants, the swimming pools, the massages, the therapies, everything is in one location. So this is called a resort. Okay, very good. I'm not sure what the next one is. What is this called? What is that called? Let me know in the chat. Is it one word or is it two words? Let me know in the chat. I just want to see if there's any synonyms. Okay. So let's have a look. So Aurora, there's no diving here. We're not going into the sea. We're staying on top. It's like a car or a bike on the sea. I love the children's site of resort. Oh, very good. Very good. So yeah, we had resort. So what is this? Crenalizin. It uses water jet for propulsion. Very good. Very good. I think my internet is bad today. I'm missing out on so many words. Sorry, Ritu. I'm so sorry. Rihanna is in. Krunal is in. Nina Tori is in. It's 1 a.m. It's 1 a.m. where you are. It's 5 p.m. here. A wave rider, a jet ski. I've never heard it called a wave rider. A water bike. I wouldn't really call it a water bike, but we have lots of answers in for what I was looking for. Krunal is in. Rian van Vick. Aurora is in. Rishu is in with jet ski. Yeah. Aurora, it's 10:30 p.m. there now. Yeah, very good. So we're international. I heard of wet bike. I've never heard of wet bike. I need to Google that and see a wet bike. Yeah, it can be, but that's very unusual name. Maybe that's maybe a brand name. Wave rider must be a Canadian American term. Yeah, it does. It does just sound like something an American would call it. A wave rider. Wave rider. A wave rider is a term that can refer to a hypersonic aircraft type of surfboard, audio surfboard, or okay. So a wave rider can be a couple of things. I would just call it a jet ski, and jet ski is two separate words. We have another weird one here. Not one word, two words. Jet ski. Okay. Yeah, Nino Taro is doing us all to shame, staying up to 1 a.m. Welcome back. Hello, entertainment. Hello to you. Thanks so much for coming. Wow, you are into a voice artist too. I can do a few different voices. Jet ski. Hello, I am. Maybe Stabworthy can tell me if my American accent, my American announcer's voice. Hello. How's it going? Entertainment is going very well. We're having a nice time here on the quiz. Thanks for joining. So yeah, entertainment. Let's do it. Okay, so we are keep rolling. I'm glad you like it, Aurora. Okay, I don't know if we have that many left. Let me go and have a little look. What are we doing? So I have lots of Irish stuff to show you. What is that? Oh yeah. Okay. So this image, sometimes this area fills me with terror, but what words are coming up in your mind when I show you this? This is in the airport, of course. What words are coming up for you? I want to have a look. I'm popping into the shop. Be right back. Enjoy. Pick me up something nice, please. Checking. A tray. Yes. What other words? Where is this in the airport? What's the kind of procedure that you're going through? Let me know. So we're checking your bags. This is a tray. Very good. Immigration control. Kind of, yeah. Customs. Yeah, it could be customs. Screening tray. Yes. So this is a checking area, like a screening area. Another term for it could be security, maybe. I think in America they call it the TSA. So this is like screening, it's security. You're checking, you're putting your stuff into the tray. It's being scanned. Airport gate. Yeah, the gate is where you go to the plane. So this would be security, maybe customs, security gate. Yes, Cornell. Screening tray, screening area. This is the tray. This is your belongings. They're going to go through the X-ray machine. There's usually a belt that takes the stuff along. There's usually staff that scan you, check your belongings, check your body, that kind of thing. And this is generally security, screening. I think it's called TSA in America. In Frankfurt, they have full body scanners. Yeah, we have them too. We have them too. Security tray, maybe. Yes, a security tray or a scanning tray or yeah, a tray, a tray. Please return your tray to the jock. That's what they usually say, isn't it? Okay, let's just see. We only have a few more. Oh no, we have loads more actually. I did about 40 or 50 slides today, so we just had that, and so we have some tourists here. We have two tourists, and this person is showing them a location, or maybe it's like somewhere like the pyramids or something. What do we call this person? Security tray, maybe. Yeah, they are scary places. Yeah, they kind of freak me out. I'm not gonna lie, they kind of freak me out. Even though I have nothing, and I always get pulled. My bags always get pulled. So yeah, we have a couple of answers. Perfect. Yeah. Anyone else want to jump in and let me know what they think? If you're not sure what it is in English, have a look at what other people are saying. Copy and paste. I won't tell anybody. Okay. So lots of answers. So we have Cornell, Aurora, Rianne. Aurora's back in. Amy, Rishu, Karat Batlin. Yeah, so a tour guide, a tourist guide, or just a guide. You know, that they are all perfect terms for what this guy is. He's bringing you to location or to a monument or some kind of landmark, and he's telling you all about it. Maybe he's walking around with you, showing you different things. So it's a tour guide, a tourist guide, or just a guide. All of those things are highly applicable and can be used. Okay, what is this? Commonly, I've never been on one. I probably would fall out, knowing me. I'd fall on my ass. What do we call this? It's used for sleeping on. I know some people who actually regularly sleep on this. In some countries, this is a regular form of sleeping. Instead of a mattress, you have one of these. What is the answer? How many M's are in it? Is there one M or two M's? Who will be right? Let's have a look. A swing. So this definitely swings, doesn't it? I wouldn't call it a swing. I would have a look and see what other people are saying. We had this in my office. Really? That's a very nice office, Cornell. So yeah, lots of answers in already. We have Cornell, Aurora, Rian van Vick, Ritu, Emi. The weather in Ireland doesn't let you enjoy it. No. If you saw the weather right now, the weather is awful. It is raining. It is disgusting. Really, really, it's an awful, awful day. If I, it, my hammock wouldn't want to be out in this, and that's what this is called, a hammock. This flips you if you swing. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be swinging too much on this. A nice office. Yeah, a great office to have a hammock. This always reminds me of Tom and Jerry cartoon. Majid, yes, you'd see per Jerry spinning around. Oh my God, I'm already freezing. Yes, it's very cold here in Dublin. When I leave the live, I will be putting on more clothes. So yeah, we have hammock, HOMMOCK. Let's keep going. So earlier we had sunset. Now the sun is coming up. So what words are you going to tell me for this one? There's a couple of different ones. I want to hear what you have to say. What can I say? Yeah. So we had dusk as well. So earlier we had sunset, and Rishu and Cornell are in with kind of the antonym of that, the opposite. Rian van Vick, beautiful. That's the word I was looking for as well. J Rariu is in, and Cornell is in. So yes, this is when the sun is coming up over the horizon. We call this the sunrise. The time of day is the dawn. We just say good morning, sir. Please don't correct me. Good morning is perfectly fine. That's what you say at this time. But this scene with the sun coming up is the sunrise, isn't it? And the time of day is the dawn when the sun comes up. Sunrise, Karak Badlin. Yeah, perfect. Manoj Panani is in with sunrise as well. So the sun or dawn. Perfect. Lovely. Kind of a common thing you will do on your holidays. Go and watch the sunset or the sunrise. Dublin, we have beautiful sunsets and sunrises. Sunrises in the east. Yes, Cornell. So what is Dawn Dusk? From Dawn to Dusk is a good movie. Okay, so what is this creature? I hate this creature. I love all animals, but this one I don't like. I was attacked about 6 months ago in Dublin city centre by two of these, and they stole half my sandwich. And it was an expensive sandwich. It was from the the Sicilian deli. I went down to the college. I sat on the green. I was just about to eat the sandwich, and something like Batman came swooping towards me, and two of them fought for my sandwich. So I had to surrender half my sandwich and run. So sorry, that's my thing. Okay, so we have lots of correct answers. Rishu is in, Rian von Vick, Aurora, J. Rariu, seabird, yes, this is a type of seabird. SpongeBob, hello SpongeBob, nice to see you here. Seagull, it stole my gingerbread man. SpongeBob, I'm sure you have lots of trouble with seagulls. Yeah, they attack, so annoying. Yes, very annoying. A seabird, yes, it's a type of seabird. An ocean pigeon, that might be what some people call them, but they're definitely a seagull. Lots of correct answers there. I like vampire and sci-fi movies. Me too. Me too. A food thief. Yes, they are food thieves, definitely. Rats with wings, as my father says. Yes, I would agree with your father. A rat with wings, Rian van Vick. Yes, exactly. These are horrible birds. Horrible. And where I lived in Dublin, they nested everywhere. So all night and all day you would have ka 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 ka. Oh, calling a seagull an ocean pigeon is an insult to pigeons. Yeah, yeah, pigeons are kind of harmless, although they're very greedy. Very greedy. Okay, what is this? Okay, so we're going back to our beach vocabulary. What is this? Famous in Australia. I think some countries have them. I know Ireland has a small one. Quite, quite, quite common around the world, but dying out with sea temperatures. A sea sponge, yeah, they might be sea sponges in there, all right, but we have a definite name for these. And Cornell, Rian von Vick, Ritu, Stabworthy's in, Cornell is back in again, Aurora, Rian von Vick. Yeah, so this is a reef, it's a coral reef. We know we have the Great Barrier Reef, which, as Crudell has pointed out, which can be seen from space, just off the coast of Australia. And these contain anemones, sea sponges, all that kind of stuff, and coral. So this is a coral reef, and these are corals, individual corals. Might have sea sponges and anemones and things like clown. I'm just thinking of Finding Nemo now. That's all I'm thinking of. They look like corals and sponge too. Yeah, exactly, exactly. What's a reef? So a reef is, oh God, you know those words and you know what they are, but to describe them is really hard. What is the definition of a reef? A reef is a ridge or shoal of rock, coral, or similarly relative stable material lying beneath the surface of a natural body of water. So it's kind of like a particular area under the water of, coral or rock or something of particular material. So you could have a coal reef, a coral reef, a granite reef. Once it's a particular area of something that's underneath the water. So there we go. Seaweed. Why did the beach blush? Because the seaweed. Sea anemone, yeah. Lots of Finding Nemo references in today's quiz. I love this stuff. I think that's maybe is that why you chose it? Weeds are edible, I guess. Yeah, the seaweeds are, I mean, some people, there's a whole industries for the seaweed. So yeah. Okay, we're nearly at the end. We only have a few more, and then we're diving into some Irish stuff. So, what would you call this? Easy. There's maybe one or two words. Sushi has seaweed. Yeah, sushi. You get those sheets and you roll it up. I'm quite good at making sushi. So Aurora's in. A sconce. A sconce. I haven't heard that word in a long time. So a sconce is a candle holder. Let me just see. Check. I'm checking definitions. So a sconce is a candle holder. So I'm afraid not. A conch. Yes, that's what I was looking for. I was like, what's a sconch? Yes. Okay. So this is obviously a shell, but it's a conch shell, isn't it? So we have Aurora, Rishu, Stabworthy, um, J. Rariu. She sells seashells at the seashore. That's as fast as I can go. I think my spellings are incorrect. That's okay. So it's a conch shell. This is called a conch, or just a conch shell, or just a shell. Yeah? Very good. Okay. I think we're at the end. Okay, so last vacation term. What is this? This is found in a taxi. This tells you the fare. What is the name of this device? You see it in the taxi. The taxi man might say, "This is on now. I've started this. What is it called?" We pronounce it like conch shell in America. Yeah, I think it's conch. Conch, 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 conch. Conch is new for me. Yeah, there we go. I think that's that particular shell is a conch shell. So lots of correct answers. So yeah, you're in the taxi and the traffic is really bad and the money on this is going up and up and up and up and up. We've all been there. So Cornell, as in Cornell, you give two answers. Both are correct. Aurora, Ritu. I can say this in Persian. Very good. Rian von Vick. Yeah. And Jerario. So this is the meter. Okay. A meter. A taxi meter or a fare meter. Taxi meter, daylight robbery, very expensive. Yes, I avoid taxis. When I was younger, I used to use taxis all the time when I was very lazy. Now I never get a taxi, never ever. Taxi counts. Everyone say conch shell here. That's so interesting. Conch, conch, a conch, conch, that conch shell, conch, conch. Yeah. So that is the end of our quiz on vacation and sea beachy words. So what I really wanted to show you all today, and thank you all for participating. I wanted to show you some of the stuff I was talking about yesterday, which is related to our national sports. So this is our national football. This is called Gaelic football. And you can see the ball is picked up in the hand, it's kicked. It's a little bit like a mix between rugby, soccer, and American football. I was in Prague and that guy actually robbed me with the taxi fare. I was in Italy and I was robbed with the taxi fare as well. Rugby, no, this is the quiz is over. The quiz is you don't have to guess anymore. The quiz is done. Um, so Aurora is saying you can blow into the conch. Yeah, yeah, a lot of people go into their conch and blow. Okay, so now we're just going to talk about Ireland and a few things I just thought I would throw into the quiz. Well, we're in Q&A now. So this is yesterday I was trying to show you Irish sports. So just before we finish up, I'm gonna talk a little bit about Irish sports and maybe a little bit about Irish food. I love team sports, but I'm not very good. Yeah, I'm terrible at sports, really bad. So this is Gaelic football. We have two national sports here, Gaelic football and hurling. So this is quite like football or soccer. It's a little bit of a mix between rugby, soccer, American football, a little bit like that. In USA, why they call it rugby football or volleyball. I think just to be specific, rugby is different. They call it soccer. It's just trying to really differentiate between all the different games. Yeah, so soccer, volleyball, yeah, they're all different sports. They all have different rules. They all have different actions. So this is Gaelic football. That's what we call it. Football. We don't call it soccer. And you can see you can hold the ball in certain ways. You can hold the ball. You can kick the ball. There's lots of different ways. Different sports codes. Ball shape is different. Yeah, it's just like the same as a soccer ball or yeah. So this is Gaelic football. I'm just going to show you the other sport, which is I just want to make sure I get everything on. Do 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 do. Just bear with me, please. One moment. I'm actually going to show you some fun stuff that's really, really Irish as well. I was just kind of looking at different traditions that we have. So this is hurling. Hurling. So the last one was called Gaelic football. Oh, oh. One moment. Okay, here we go. So the last one was called Gaelic football. And this one on screen is called hurling. Okay, so hurling is a little bit like field hockey. You have sticks, which are called hurleys, and you have a ball, which is called a schlitter. Okay, so the stick is called a hurley, and the ball, it's a small white tennis ball size thing, and that's called a schlitter. I've never sounded more Irish in my life. So hurling is the sport. Women who play this, the women's sport is called camogie. The stick is called a hurley or a hurl, and the ball is called a schlitter. That looks like fun, but ouch, potentially. Yeah, very dangerous. Usually you wear a lot more protection. You have to wear a helmet. These are big wooden things and they're up in the air. It's very dangerous. And lots of people are very impressed by this. It's a very fast sport. Lots of injuries. Yeah, hurley and a schlitter. Very good. Yes. World Cup we call soccer. Super Bowl we call football, if that helps. Yes, exactly. So each country has their own version of football. We have Gaelic football, you have British football, you have American football. But I would call British football soccer to differentiate it. So it is quite confusing. Oh, yeah. So hurling. Okay. So then I was thinking, what else is particularly Irish that might be of interest to you guys? And another thing you might not know about the Irish is how we celebrate death. And yes, I'm talking about death when you die. The Irish have a very, very kind of unique, probably not that unique, but in Europe, I think we're quite unique in that we have a little party when someone dies, and the party is called a wake. I'm going to get onto the dancing in a minute. So, what's on screen now is a wake. We call it a wake, WAKE. We wake the dead in our houses. So, if someone dies, maybe just say your grandmother dies, touch wood, she doesn't, you would have the body in the house the night before the funeral, or maybe for 2 nights before the funeral, and the body is kept in the living room, no heating on, of course, and you have people over to see the body, to pay respects, maybe to say some prayers. And the rule is you don't leave the body alone. Someone always has to be with the body. So this is a particularly Irish tradition called a wake. We don't always do it for everybody. It's some families do it, some families don't. This is depressing me for a family throw a party on my funeral. Aurora, yeah. We're talking about death. Yeah. Same like us, Ritu. Yeah. So, and we talk about death a lot. If you have a member of your family who dies and I meet you on the street, I will ask you and talk to you about the death. Death, we talk a lot about it. Other countries, even in the UK, very different, very different. We usually bury our dead within 2, 3 days. In the UK, you're waiting weeks, which is very strange. We want to get you in the ground. Once you're dead, you're going in the ground as soon as possible. We usually bury the dead before 12 p.m. It's kind of like a local law. But yeah, this is a wake, a little bit of a party. There's people crying, there's people laughing, there's lots of drinking, usually some ham sandwiches. And yeah, that's quite an Irish tradition. Is it true this tradition is called a wake in case they wake up? It's to make sure they're dead that they don't wake up. Yes, exactly. So yeah, a really Irish tradition. I couldn't really show you how it actually is because some of the pictures show a dead body and I didn't want to freak anybody out. But yes, we have the wake, we have the dead person in the house sometimes, and we say prayers, we drink, we celebrate, we talk about the person. It's a really lovely, lovely occasion, I have to say. I really like a good funeral, a good Irish funeral is really, really amazing. So let's roll on. So I'm sure you've been to a disco. Have you ever been to a Ceilidh? Okay, a Ceilidh. I'm going to pop it into the chat now. A Ceilidh. When I die, I give you all permission to throw a party on my grave. Well, I hope that doesn't happen anytime soon. But death should be celebrated. It's nothing to be afraid of. A Ceilidh. Yeah, a Ceilidh. So this is an Irish dancing disco. That's kind of the equivalent. It is group dancing for Irish dancing. And it's called particularly a Ceilidh. There is Irish dancing and there's Ceilidh dancing. Ceilidh dancing is more organized in groups like a disco. So yeah, that's cool dancing. Yeah, it's so much fun. If you ever come to Ireland, give Ceilidh dancing a go. It's very easy to pick up and it's very like rhythmic and fun. It's so much better. I've been to when I was on a school trip, the first night we went to the disco, no one danced. The boys stayed on one side, the girls stayed on the other side. The next night we had a Ceilidh and everyone danced. It was so much fun. You have to remember the steps. It's really, really fun. Dancing, yeah. I love dancing. Oh, great, Rianne. I love dancing too. Not so much now that I don't drink anymore. It's a bit more fun when you drink. But yeah, this is Ceilidh, type of Irish dancing tradition. If you go traveling, especially to the west of Ireland, you'll see lots of Ceilidhs. A guy wearing a skirt, yeah. So this is part of the Celtic tradition. This is a tartan skirt, and yeah, that's really part of it. Yeah, it's part of our culture. Especially if you go to Scotland, a lot of men wear kilts. That's what they're called. So a dish that I will be having this week. This is a Halloween dish that we have in Ireland. This is called Call Cannon. We have it with sausages. That's why I have the sausages here, but you don't have to have the sausages. And this is potatoes mixed with onion and kale, a particular type of kale called curly kale. I don't know if that's regional to Dublin or not, but so this is Call Cannon. And when I was younger, you would get a little treat inside. My mother used to put some coins into a bit of some tin foil and you'd find a little treat inside your colcannon. So this is a Halloween kind of autumnal dish that we have in Ireland. It looks like sausage, yeah. So you have colcannon and you have sausages with it. And I usually have loads of butter and some cream. I actually put cream on it. So yeah, I always stopped drinking and it is different. Yeah, life is good. I'm 13 years sober, so good luck. Life definitely gets better. Wow, this sounds so interesting. Yeah, so this is what we have. This is our Halloween dish. And if you don't know, Halloween originally is an Irish and Scottish tradition, and its original name is Samhain. I will spell it. It doesn't sound anything like it's spelled in English. Samhain. But I'm vegetarian. Well, you don't have to have the sausages. You can just have the colcannon, and that's vegetarian. You know, sausages are not necessary. I have sausages with it. So yeah, there we go. Congratulations, Jared. That's amazing. Yeah, well done to you too. Sober 13 years. So yeah, had a lot of difficult times, but life is really good now. Okay, so we're moving on. I'm just going to look. So this is another Irish thing, Chinese Irish. So when you have Irish Chinese people come into your country, they open Chinese restaurants. Some of them, of course, and the Chinese food is kind of adapted to the country. So I've been to Italy. I've had Chinese food in Italy, and the Chinese food is kind of modified for Italian tastes. So the Chinese food here in Ireland is kind of the same. We have, and we say, I'm having a Chinese. It doesn't mean I'm eating a Chinese person, and it's not racist. We just say, I'm having an Indian, I'm having a Chinese for my dinner. So this is a typical Irish Chinese dish. It's called a spice bag. If you go on TikTok and Google spice bag, you'll see thousands and thousands of TikToks. So it's chips, bell peppers, spicy chicken, onions. They're all cooked kind of individually, and then they toss them in a pan, fry them all up together, and then you get them all with some dips, and it's really really good. I'm hungry. I'm actually getting starving now as well, Aurora. Stabworthy, 13 years sober. We're all very proud of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm proud of myself. But yeah, it's good. It's difficult in Ireland to be a sober man, but it's definitely easier. Thank you. What is your favorite? Oh, well, my favorite is chili con carne, which is a Mexican dish, but this is very good. This is very spicy. Sir is obsessed with Irish tea. Yes, I always have my tea as well. Aurora's always right. But I've been forgetting about it lately, and it's been going cold. Let me just try it now. It's just at the point of no return. Okay, Indian loves spicy. Yeah, but this is Chinese. You get this in a Chinese outlet. So let's have a look. Another favorite of mine is this dish. Does anybody like prawns? I know I was talking about crab earlier, but one of my favorite dishes, apart from chili con carne, is this. This is a prawn cocktail. And if death row meal, definitely prawn cocktail. It looks healthy. I don't think it is. There's a lot of Mary Rose sauce. The sauce is really nice. It's just ketchup and mayonnaise mixed together with a little bit of Tabasco sauce. But I love prawn cocktail. If I could die and become a food dish, I would become a prawn cocktail. Hope you keep your cup in a secure place today. Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Rishu. I'm not touching it now. I'm not touching it. Cold tea is better than split tea. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Shrimps on top, but what's the green stuff? Lettuce. That's just lettuce, like iceberg lettuce. Really, really tasty. Like, really one of my favorites. And we would have this for Christmas. Before the main meal, we'd have a starter or an appetizer of this prawn cocktail. But the rule my mother must follow if she makes me prawn cocktail is that there must be a secret dish of prawn cocktail made as an additional side and hidden in the fridge for me to have later in the evening in secret. So you can have prawn cocktail in my house as long as there's an additional secret serving for me. Just don't tell anybody. Okay, let's keep going. I just thought I'd throw in some extra fun stuff today just to show you. So, this is an Irish breakfast, okay? It does look quite disgusting. So we have beans, baked beans, fried tomato, bacon, which we call the bacon a rasher. You've sausages here. You have your egg. Then this is pudding, white pudding. This is black pudding. And these are mushrooms. I hate mushrooms. Like, I hate them. I really don't like mushrooms, but I just included them here just to be impartial. So this is an Irish breakfast. We do not eat this every day. If you eat this every day, you get very, very fat. This is something maybe you have at the weekend, maybe once. Yeah. Pudding. Pudding. So yeah, which Indian dishes do you have tried now? Oh God, I've tried loads. Tikka masala, chicken korma, a dosa, onion bhaji, samosa, dals, naan bread. I've tried loads of Indian food. Egg, bacon. It looks delicious. It is delicious. I wouldn't have the mushrooms. The the black pudding is a little bit is nice, but I'm still new to it. It is blood. It's made from blood. But everything else, yeah. Can you explain white pudding and black pudding? I was hoping someone would ask me that. So this is blood pudding. Black pudding is made from blood, congealed blood. It tastes delicious. I know it sounds awful. White pudding is all the parts of the pig that don't make it to the butcher. So you'll have bits of everything, and it's made into like a type of sausage. And there's a little bit of filler in there as well, a bit of bulk. It's a little bit like sausage, but a little bit more flavor, a bit more peppery. Do you eat potato a lot? I've seen in YouTube. Yeah, we would eat a lot of potato chips, mashed potato, roast potato. Like, yes, I'm Irish. Yes, it's very stereotypical, but I do love potatoes. But I think every culture has lots of potatoes, don't they? Yeah, I've tried a lot, Aurora. Congealed blood of whom? A cow. It's a cow's blood. Yeah, cow's blood. Congealed. It's quite delicious, I have to say. Indian women beat Australia in the semi-finals, guys. Oh, congratulations to the Indian women. Thank you, AJ Kumar, for sharing that with us. Yeah. So, an Irish breakfast. We don't eat this every day. You can get this in lots of shops. Ireland have great delis, like in every shop, in every gas station, petrol station, corner shop, we will have a hot deli counter. And lots of people will get this on a baguette in the morning with ketchup and mustard, and we call it a breakfast roll. Very delicious. Potatoes almost every day for me. Yeah, I think for me, most days I would have some form of potato. Sir, I have a doubt. You have a doubt about what? Aurora, let me know. Let me know. Okay, what else have I got? I think I have something else here. This is Irish stew. I'm not crazy about it. I really don't like it. Not my favorite thing. This is crazy. Thought I'd share. Thought I'd share. Why some people use what? Let me know. Yeah, so this is Irish stew. Every family have their own version, their own recipe. I really don't like it. If I am to eat it, I need to have ketchup, which is strange. My mother has it with ketchup. I think she's been doing that since she's been a child. And I would have to have lots of soup. I just don't like how watery it is. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Dildora, hello to you, Dildora. Thanks for joining. Subhan Kaura Chowdhury, hello to you. I'm not sure why you're asking me, Aurora. Just maybe rephrase your question. But nice to have you here, Dildora and Subhan. So let's keep going. Only a few more. This is stew. I'll just type it into the chat. Thanks for asking, Sax Shiro. Stew, Irish stew. Why some people use benefit of interest, benefit of doubt in the sentences, and what does it mean? Give someone the benefit of. I've never heard the term benefit of interest. That's not a common phrase that I would be aware of. To give someone the benefit of the doubt. So, if it looks like someone has done something wrong, but you can't be sure, and you don't accuse them straight away, you give them the benefit of the doubt. So, there's some doubt about whether they're guilty or not. So, you give them the benefit of that by not being accusatory or not being aggressive. But benefit of interest, that might be a banking term, maybe. Benefit of interest. So, benefit of interest depend on whether it refers to financial interest rates. Yeah, that's a financial term which I don't really understand. Benefit of interest to earn money on their deposits. So yeah, it's a way to earn money, I think. But to benefit of the doubt, it's just give someone a chance if they appear guilty, basically. Okay. Brief and potato. Okay, thank you, Irish Stew. A girl from Ireland makes video on Ireland versus Brits food and other kind of funny videos on YouTube. I've watched many kind. For have you seen? No, I haven't seen. I generally don't watch. I watch Marvel breakdowns. So I watch Emergency Awesome, New Rock Stars, and Minecraft. I'm very nerdy and very autistic. I don't watch other things. Can you use and make an example? Okay, we thought that Gavin made a big mistake in work. We weren't sure if it was him, so we gave him the benefit of the doubt. We called him into the office and we had a chat with him. So, giving the benefit of a doubt, you're giving someone the chance to show their innocence. Okay, benefit of the doubt. Sorry to say this. Sorry to say this. What is an orbit? So an orbit, hi siskazi combo twana. What's your favorite Marvel hero? Spider-Man and Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, definitely. So let's have a look. What were you asking me? What is an orbit? An orbit, so if you think of the Earth and you think of the moon going around the Earth in a particular way, the moon is in orbit of the Earth. Something that revolves around something. It's usually like a very set stationary movement. So that is an orbit. A satellite is in orbit around the Earth. The International Space Station is in orbit around the Earth. It's in Earth's orbit. Hey hoodie, hi my blue is bulletproof. Hi, I love revolving doors. I like a revolving door too. I think they're kind of fancy, aren't they? Okay, what's my favorite? So yeah, Marvel, good example. Thanks. Hey hoodie, love the revolving door. Okay, fantastic. The orbit is not Earth's. Yeah, well, the Earth is in orbit of the sun. Everything orbits something. The sun orbits a big Saturn V, the big black hole, I think. Everything orbits something. Everyone who came in late, hit like and subscribe. There's my big cheerleader, Stabworthy. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're nearly finishing up. I'm just going to run through a few more Irish stuff if I have anything more. Okay, so what is my order? So when we get a takeout, this is quite a traditional. It looks terrible. So I'm sure you've heard of fish and chips, okay? So this comes from a takeaway in the United Kingdom, England, whatever, okay? And they're called different things. So in the UK, they might call it a chip shop. Here we call it the chipper, okay? So this is French fries. These are fries in American. These are chips. We call these chips, potato chips. Yeah, chips. So we go to the chipper, not a chip shop, a chipper. And this would be a batter sausage and chips. That's what I would probably order in a chipper. Let's have a look. Okay. Let's have a look. So yeah, so that would be my order in the chipper: a batter, sausage, and chips. Really delicious. My niece says in England they pronounce it fush and chips. Fush and chips. Yeah, fish and chips. Yeah, we have fish and chips here, but we call it like the takeaway restaurant is called the Chipper or the Chippy. Is Irish stew the same as beef stew? Yeah, but you can have lamb or beef in it. Hi Hoyan XXXV1. Hello to you. It looks like it. Yeah, I know. It does. It does look like a D. Yeah. Hi Tossin Boy. Hello to you. And nice coming here. Bye, sir. Thank you, Saksharo. I love fish and chips. Thank you, Tossin Boy. Antique French chips. Yeah, I think that's the end of my. Let me see what else. Oh yeah, and the other thing I order is a doner kebab, and I don't get any of the salad. I ask them to remove the salad. I say, can I have a doner kebab, which is like lamb meat? It's like a Turkish kind of kebab, and I say a doner kebab, no salad, please. Just subscribed. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you so much. Jer, are we going to have some grammar sessions sometimes? Rishu, yes, Rishu. Let's pencil it in for you, the grammar session. Let's have a look. Oh, so Sunday we're having grammar. On Sunday we're having simple phrases and grammar sentences. So lots of grammar coming on Sunday. Thanks, that's hilarious. Thank you, Hoan. So who's your favorite Marvel hero? Okay, my favorite 100% is the Scarlet Witch. Without a doubt, the Scarlet Witch. Has to be Scarlet Witch. She is. Oh, I just love her. And like, I loved WandaVision. I loved Multiverse of Madness. I even quite liked Agatha. Agatha was quite good. Job interview questions. Yeah, I think we have job interview questions for interview phrases on Monday. So tomorrow we are doing animal names and let me just get my list. So tomorrow we're doing animal names and animal groups. We've already done loads of animal names, so I'm really going to have to find some unusual animals for you guys. And animal group names are a really fascinating area. Sunday, we're doing simple phrases and grammar sentences. So we're doing some grammar on Sunday. On Monday, we're doing interview questions and answers. And believe you me, I am good at that. I really know a lot to say about interviews. And then on Tuesday, we're doing art. We're doing phrases and words and vocabulary. And all of these are requests from my viewers. So if you have a request, um, let me know. So yeah, what are you guys saying? I'll be here for grammar, definitely. Thank you, Rianne. Abhishek, thanks. You're very welcome. Did you read the comic books as a lad, or did you watch the TV, just the TV show and movies? But I started young, like X Men, the cartoon. The new X Men '97 is amazing, amazing. They did such a good job. It's probably one of the best things that Marvel have done. Um, I did try and read a few comics when I was younger, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. I like a video or a movie or a TV show. So yeah, pretty good. Lots of crap on Marvel. Marvel have put out lots of crap, but when it's good, it's really good. That timetable looks awesome. Thank you, Ritu. Yeah, lots of really good English over the next few. Oh, well, we always have good English here. I love that we can request things. Thanks, Jared. No problem, Rianne. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys. So anything that I can do to help or whatever your interests are, just let me know because I just find all areas of English are interesting, aren't they? So anything that you want, any topics you want me to cover, just let me know in the chat. I'm more than happy. Have you seen the movie From Dusk Till Dawn? No spoilers, please, but I paused the movie to come here to English class. Wow, because we had the words dusk and dawn. I have seen it a long, long time ago. A Tarantino movie, if I'm correct. George Clooney, Salma Hayek, Antonio Banderas, I think maybe. Great movie, great movie. As far as I can remember, maybe it might have aged a little bit, but yeah, go for it. Let me know how it goes. The interviewer asked what the questions they asked for the U.S. time zone. So the interviewer asked what questions they asked. Yeah, so we'll do some basically when you go for a job interview now, they use scientific method with interviews. New interviews, if they're done properly by a professional, they will all ask the same questions. You're all going to be asked, tell me about a time when you faced a uncertainty or a challenge in your work and how did you overcome it? It's all of these types of questions. You can go for an interview and it's very casual, very easygoing, very happy, friendly. But generally, if you're going for a professional interview, there really is only 10 to 15 questions that they will ask. They might say them in different ways, but I will show you how to answer them all because once you understand how to answer an interview question, you will get every interview you ever have. I love 1800s English, but I don't think people will be interested. Well, I have studied Victorian English, Victorian literature, so anything you want to know, I would definitely recommend Bram Stoker's Dracula. Not because it's Halloween, but it's probably one of the best books I've read. Really old book, but the book itself is kind of magical in how it comes together as you're reading it. It's kind of like, if I could give you a very college explanation, Dracula as a book self manifests as its own book as you're reading it. It becomes a book as you. It's I can't describe it, but Dracula by Bram Stokes is a classic, and it's so good because we have a whole culture of vampires that come from Bram Stoker and his writings. Bram Stoker was Irish. Dracula is from an Irishman. There you go. Class finished. Hi Frank, how are you? Yeah, we're finished. We're just having a chat before we finish up. But yeah, definitely give Victorian English if you like Dickens. Great Expectations. It's about that thick, but very well worth a great read. And very very iconic stuff happening. So everyday lessons, what time central? So Emmy, I'm here at 4 p.m. GMT. We are in some time, hour savings. So just check the time, 4 p.m. GMT. You're very welcome, Abhishek. Definitely behavioral and decision making be questions in any interview. Yes, Riju. All that kind of professional interview questions, we're going to do those in a few days. Have you done lessons on weapons and warfare terms? I have done, I have a war vocabulary lesson on my channel. I think it might be for student members, it might be behind my paywall. But yeah, I've done invasion. When Russia invaded the Ukraine, I did an invasion video. I've done several things, but I have to be really careful. If I say anything bad about certain political things, the video gets demonetized. I'll get Dracula definitely, yeah. And the movie Bram Stoker's Dracula, it's not for children. It's very adult, very sexy, but it is beautiful, really, really beautiful and creepy. And Gary Oldman as Dracula is amazing. How many is different? How many is different, Ger English to American English? So it's really, there's really only some things. We have Stabworthy here, who's in New Jersey, and me and Stabworthy could sit down and have a conversation, no problem. There's not that much difference. There's just certain words, like Americans say sidewalk, we say path or pavement. You say tomato and I say tomato. You know, different pronunciations. You say tomato and I say tomato. Recently, I read The Book Thief. It was good. I think I read The Book Thief a long, long time ago. Yeah, that's a classic. It's 1:48 now. It's late. Nina Toro, you are a dedicated English student, aren't you? Jeepers, jeepers, creepers. Well, we've been on for a good while. It's been lovely. I've had a lovely chat. You guys always make. I was feeling really crap. I'll be honest with my eye. I don't know if I have kind of like a whole body infection, but I actually feel much better. So thank you. Can you tell me how your timetable works? I'm new to the channel. Abhishek, so at the moment I'm coming on at 4 p.m. GMT, which is Irish time, and I come on 6 days a week. 6 days a week, from Sunday to Friday. Now, I say 4 p.m., it's usually maybe a little bit after 4 p.m. You can be guaranteed at 4 p.m. I am running around getting my tea, charging the phone, doing everything I should have done an hour before. So, usually just a little bit after 4, 6 days a week. If I'm not on, I'm usually sick or I'm late or I'm working or I can't get on. But we have done so many lives over the last 2 months. So it's really a general thing. And I love chatting to everybody every day. All my regulars. I'm not even going to try and say all your names, but you all know who you are and how special you are to me. So thank you so much. First time zone. So it's GMT time zone. That's the time zone I'm in. Same as the UK and Ireland time zones. Let me see. I'm trying to get through all the messages. That's my timetable. Have I done lessons on weapons and warfare? Yes. War vocabulary, I think it's just for student members. So yes. That is my timetable. Yeah. Okay. What time are we at? God, I think I'm nearly on 2 hours, am I? So, plan for today. I have some more work to do. I have some branding and some merchandise work to do. And then tomorrow I am designing and I'm working on the new lesson. New lesson will be out for student members tomorrow. We're doing maritime English, English related to shipping, boats, really, really interesting. If you want to know what the starboard is, aft, the stern, the hull, the all those kind of words, really a lot of Star Trek words. But yeah, can we get back to your lives? I mean, is it recorded? Yes, all my lives are available on the channel. Just click to the live tab and you will see all my lives. You can even look at the chat as it's coming up live. Do you have a Halloween costume picked out? Do you? No, I don't. I was going to go as Diane Keaton, just because I love that girl. She died recently. Or I wanted to go as Barbara Streisand or Wanda, but I didn't get invited to anything this year, and I'm working. I'm working the whole weekend, so no party for me, I'm afraid. But I would love to go next year, definitely. Can we get back to your lives? Yes, they're all there. Can we see your costume? I don't have a costume. I don't have one. But it would have been Wanda, Barbara Streisand, or Diane Keaton. So that will tell you all you need to know about my personality. Prepare materials for teaching. So tonight I am working on my K-pop business. I have a K-pop merchandising business, and I am doing oh, Brittany with the knives. That's a really good one. I love that. Maybe Brittany with the knives. Maybe next year. How you got beard? I grew it. How does anyone get a beard? I stopped growing here and it started growing here. So the materials that I'm preparing are for my business. I do kind of merchandising, branding, marketing, social media work. I do filming. If you're in Ireland, you'll probably see some of my advertisements with me selling things. So yeah, you mean K-pop? Yeah. So I'm doing K-pop branding, and let me just see if I can show you a little bit of it. I've been working on it all day. So I'm developing a new K-pop merchandising line, basically. Let me just show you. So it's K-pop Banshees. That's the name we've settled on. And this, I'm creating merchandise based on this new band that I've created. So I've done all the graphics, the visuals, all that kind of thing. And now I'm going to make T-shirts and merchandise, all based on these characters. I've created a whole kind of character, for each one, and they all have their own kind of thing going on. I'll just keep showing you. There's another one. K-pop Banshees. Banshees being an Irish monster. They all have their own kind of personalities and all their own kind of stuff going on. And merch will be coming to Instagram in the next few weeks. So on different social media channels, I'll be selling all this stuff. Hi, Sakura. Thank you for. Oh, I'm glad you like the merch. Haha, you look quite like Walter White in series Breaking Bad. Oh, I see. Well, hopefully I'm as financially successful. I don't know. I never really watched Breaking Bad. So yeah, that's my K-pop band, K-pop Banshees, and I'm working on merchandise for them. Let me see if I can find any merchandise. So so this is kind of what you're doing then. You're selling. It's for tweens, for preteens and things like that. That's kind of market that I'm kind of focusing on. I like their dress. Yeah, they're cool, aren't they? So thank you, Rishu. Thank you for the support. I This is just one of many things. I'm also doing the video for tomorrow and the new guide. The new guide is about 20-page guide. It'll be available on the YouTube store. So thank you, Dildora. Glad you all like my designs. These are just one of many things. I designed pizza boxes. shopping bags, beer mats. I look after websites, social media, marketing. It's never ending, but I love being creative. I was up till 5 a.m. last night working because I love it. So thank you. Thank you, J. Rari U. Thank you. Sorry for butchering all your names. So, everyone, that's about it for today. I'm kind of exhausted. As you might have noticed, I charged the battery fully, so it's just coming to the end. So, thank you so much for joining. Really enjoyed today, as always. Tomorrow, let me just remind myself, we are doing animal names and animal groups. Sunday, we're doing simple phrases and grammar. Monday, we're doing interview phrases. And Tuesday, we're doing art phrases and art vocabulary. So, lots of really interesting stuff. Hope you have a good day. Thank you, Frank Earth. What are you going to have in your dinner? I'm having burgers for dinner. My parents are having shepherd's pie, but I'm not really crazy about shepherd's pie, so I'm having burgers instead. I'll probably have two beef burgers, some lettuce, mayo, ketchup, and some chaz. So yeah. So that's it, everybody. I'm done for today. I'm kind of tired now, but thank you for entertaining me and keeping me company. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you, Rishu. And yeah, thanks so much. You're very welcome, Rishu. Thank you all so much for joining. I always feel very emotional at the end when I say thank you all so much. It means so much to me, but it really does. It really does. Lovely session as always. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rishu. So, have a lovely Thursday for the rest of the day, wherever you are in the world. What is IRA? IRA is the Irish Republican Army. If you Google it and look, you'll find out lots. If on that subject, actually, of the IRA, I have started listening to an Irish band called Kneecap. They are an Irish Republican rap group. And yeah, very interesting. If you wanted to maybe have a listen, they have been in trouble with the British for their lyrics, but quite an interesting listen. Kneecap, an Irish band. Their songs are in Irish and English, and they are really like aggressive and really good. I like them. Thank you very much. It's been my first time here, but I'll do my best to follow you further. Thank you. Thank you, Amy. Thank you for joining today and getting involved. I really appreciate it. Another music that I would recommend is Lily Allen's new album. I think it's called West End Girl, and that is quite revealing. It's quite adult. It's all about her marriage, and it's amazing. It's really, really good. So Kneecap and Lily Allen, they are my top two musical listens. I will be putting on my headphones and having a listen. So have a fantastic Thursday. We've been here for nearly 2 hours. It's been so much fun. I've really enjoyed it. And I'll see you tomorrow. Lots more English coming your way. Make sure and check out the new video. It's coming in the next day or two. It will be a day early for student members, so make sure and join. And thank you all so much for joining today. Eddie, how are you? We're doing great. We're just finishing up, Eddie. We're just finished. Good night, Rishu. Thank you so much, Rishu. Thanks so much. 11 o'clock at the moment in Joarjam, Dildora. Eddie, you're so late. Where have you been, Eddie? I've done Irish stuff. We've done beach. We've done vacation. And I've nearly been here for 2 hours. But I hope you were doing well, Eddie. Sorry you missed so much of today, but you can always go back and rewatch the live. We had a good laugh and we went through some Irish stuff today that made a shock to some people. There was some dead people stuff going on. Hello, Alsoc Kumar, Reading Corner. Thanks so much. I had an interview position in Mallorca. Wow. I was in Mallorca about 30 years ago. So I hope you, and we're doing interview questions on Monday. So sorry I wasn't there to give you some advice, Eddie. But let me know how you got on in the interview. Love to hear from you. And yeah, Eddie, come back on Monday so we can get you to chime in and help us with our interview. But I hope you had a good interview. So everyone, that's it for today. Thank you all for joining. It's been a lovely long session today, almost 2 hours. I think almost my longest ones. If I get the job, you better start teaching Spanish. Hola. Bye, Eddie. See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Have a great day, a great evening, great morning, wherever you are in the world. And thanks for joining me today. It's been lovely, and I've really appreciated it. Bye. Thanks, Ritu. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone.